All right, man. Torch it up. Like, share, subscribe to the page. OT Show. Hey, man. How y'all doing, man? OT Show. You know what it is. The King back in the building. All right, man. So today we're going to be talking about Joe Budden's giving his reaction to what Drake said about him and on the new album and what Joe feels about the album. And my album review is coming up today, so make sure y'all tune in for that. All right, man. So before I get into that, I got to get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13, 15, 1,000 subscribers, almost 16,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. And if you like battle rap, there will be a battle on this page, March 23rd, the very first live, me versus J-Dev. Look up J-Dev, he's pretty good, and we're going to get into it. So, let's get it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I like the first half of the project. I think it's cool.
There's records on here that I like. I'm not going to say some bad projects.
I ain't even finished.
The first half is like that. If you like the first 11 records. No, like 10 records.
I like the vibe of the first half. I understand people out there saying that it might get repetitive.
Yeah, a little bit.
Again,
It did.
Got you.
That's your bag, though. This is your like genre.
Yeah.
This is your
Sometimes
shit.
it's not wrong with if I like this vibe, I like this sound. All right, keep doing it.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
All right. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can tell when people are just saying something to not offend people or not make people feel some type of way. They want to be all inclusive instead of just giving their real take on it. Do you genuinely like the first half of this record? Because I'll be honest with you, when they say they like something, I'll give it to you like this. When the Weeknd dropped his album, they was excited, and they're not even that much Weeknd fans like that. That's why I know that these guys are giving Drake just the grace. In my opinion, I think you're just giving Drake the grace because I'm looking at it from the point of view of y'all just saying that this project is first half is cool because y'all don't want to feel people to feel offended in a way. And that's how I feel about it. But let's keep it going.
But that shit is working.
And again, good to see that them have that moment out there of it's been rough. It's been rough.
It's been a rough 12 months.
So this feels like a reset.
But like, at least he back to making music again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And taking some chances or being creative. He in his little creative process, I guess.
Man, this is all trickery. He trying to.
I mean, listen, man. I'm telling y'all, man, I never seen nothing like this. The cult that people have for Drake is out of control. Let's just admit it. Let's be clear here. Drake is nowhere near as good as Kendrick on any level. I wish people just say this. Just say it and then we can talk after that. Because let's be honest here. This project was so lackluster. I'm talking like I felt like this is a project you put on when it's bedtime. Some of the hooks were so repetitive. He said one hook like 6 times in a row. Okay, I get it. I can tell that the creative process in this was not, it was just something that they just put together. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just don't see how anybody can listen to this album and think that this is such a even good project. And I'm going to really go in on my review. I got a lot to say. But let's keep it going.
Route, you know what I mean? Get through what he got going on, you know what I'm saying, with the whole UMG situation. And, I mean, we can read through it and we see it, but it's clever. Let's see where it goes. I like the project, and I'm looking forward to more reception on it.
On one of the joints, didn't he say, Lucian hit me and told me to piece it up?
Oh, he might have. I don't know. I haven't done a lyrical deep dive.
I think he said that on one of the shits. What do we?
Yeah, I believe he did say that, and he said, "I can't." That's what he said. I believe he said either Lucian or someone said to piece it up. He said, "I can't." It's the same thing Kendrick said when he said These dudes just don't like each other. But I am gonna say this. I give Drake a lot of slack. I give him a lot of slack. And the one thing I could say is he's just this. He's just like Kendrick. He's just not better, but he's just like Kendrick when it comes to his attitude towards this whole thing. It's such a crazy dynamic between the two because you have literally have a guy from the hood versus a guy from the suburbs. Both black. Both have two different ways of upbringing. One was raised by his white mother, one was raised by his black mother and black father or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's such a crazy dynamic between the two that I think a lot of people don't understand. They're both black men, but they're both from two different worlds of what black culture comes from or where black is from. You know what I mean? One was in Jewish culture and one was in black culture, but they're both black. This is like kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever seen Tai Chi Master with Jet Li. This is kind of like that movie in a way with the two brothers, like, you know what I mean? But still in all, let's keep it going.
What do we think this album does per week?
250 to 350.
I'm with that.
Box, I'm with you.
I'm with that. It's a big gap though. I'm going lower.
Yeah.
Pause. Low.
How much lower? Let's hear it.
120.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, nah, you tripping.
I'm just that's my number. What you think?
I don't agree with that. Drake still has some type of pull and power, even though he lost the battle. He still has a lot of fans, and I'm telling you, the promotion for this joint is going crazy. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's everywhere. So I'm gonna say about 320. I'm gonna say 320. I'm gonna go 320.
If it come back 120, something is very, very wrong.
Very wrong.
It's very, 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 very wrong and very wrong. And then they're going to say we can't account for the direct-to-consumer sales. If it come back at 120, they're going to say we sold 200 in direct-to-consumer. Because it was an early link for that.
Oh, it was? Okay.
A couple days.
Really?
Some type of, that's some type of way where you could buy the digital footprint or some shit. Don't give me the line out here. I waited until it popped up in iTunes.
But if you think they do 120, what's wrong? Like the fix is on? Or off?
I think if they do 120, if he does 120, I'm thinking that he's not being promoted by the big record label. I just don't see Drake doing 120 because of his star power. Maybe his next project might do 120, but this one here, it's the comeback album. I just don't see it being 120. I would be shocked. Even if it's in the ones, even if it's 190, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. But we'll see what happens.
P4 only did 37.
I'm not grading this as
A party album.
Well, the only reason why I am is because it's listed as a party album.
Yeah, but UMG is under here.
Yeah, but so party when he drops, it's under that Santa something.
Yeah, Santa Ana.
And Drake. Well, it's OVO under Santa Ana.
OVO sound under exclusive license to Santa Ana label.
That's party.
OVO and OVO under exclusive license to Republic Records, a division of UMG.
And that's Drake.
Yes,
That's what it's saying that it is party, but it's saying both of their deals.
Okay.
I just can't see 120.
Yeah, it seems that would be frighteningly low, in my opinion.
And I think
I think Drake could sell 120 of a CD full of farts.
I believe he could, but I think also.
So
I definitely think if Drake said he had a CD full of farts, he'd probably sell 1 million. I ain't gonna lie. And not because it's Drake. And not because of that. It's because everybody and their grandmother would want to hear some bullshit like that. I'm just being honest. Like, if he said this CD is full of farts, people would buy that because there's no one has ever done nothing like that. Yeah, and again, I ain't saying it is because he's Drake. I'm saying it could be any artist that's on Drake's level that does. Kendrick said that people would buy it. If Weeknd did it, any Taylor Swift did it, anybody. Even though I know that's not what they're saying, I'm just saying that it would probably be more than 120.
Comes back as that, something's off.
I'm saying, but expound on when you say something's off. What do you mean by that?
They're buried it, or
It means it's just not going to be. It's not. It's the beginning of maybe independent Drake. If it comes back at 120, is this what independent Drake looks like? I'm going to say no, but yeah.
See, I think this is the safety net, dropping it this way. If it does come back, if it's not typical Drake numbers,
they can use it as an excuse.
exactly.
Got you.
It's almost like we're preparing ourselves for it to come back a little lower. There's no single. There's been nothing leading up to this.
True.
So now this drops. We know it's not going to do typical Drake numbers, so let's make it party featuring Drake and drop it this way to cover ourselves so that now we're shielded against any type of backlash from, hey, why you didn't do this number? Why you didn't do that number? Well, it's because of that.
Because word going to get around.
I mean, I get what they're saying, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like Drake's star power should be able to carry this record anyway. But then again, now that I think about it, just because you have somebody on your album doesn't mean that people are gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. Like he could have had Taylor Swift all up, but then the gas a little bit different. That's a little bit different. But I think a lot of these artists are so afraid to ruin their brand that they don't want to step out the box and do something. I think Party Next Door, if he did an album with Taylor Swift, that would be a million. It would sell 1 million. Because number one, it's something different. But again, that's another story for another day. But Drake and Party, I mean, like I said, I think it will be an excuse if it comes back at 120. But then that just speaks to what Party is. Basically, you're saying that Party can't sell records. That's basically what you're saying if you say that.
It ain't but so much Party on here. And I think if that word get around, like I said, I think that boy could sell a CD full of farts. So
I'm agreeing with you.
If that's not happening, then is this his version of Big Sean after he left wherever he left, or Meek after he left wherever he left? Is this what it begins to look like?
I still
say I'm saying no too, which is why I don't have it at 120.
That matters, bro. The fact that it's listed as Party Drake, like that matters.
I'm going between 180 and 250.
I think
That's a very good pick, Joe, and it's a very safe pick too. I can understand why Joe would say that. That's very safe. What's it, 180 to 250? If it falls in between there, you could say you're right. I would agree with Joe on that. But me personally, I think it's going to do about 310, somewhere around there. I just don't see anything Drake name is attached to, and most of that album is Drake. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with that.
250 is fair. I think 250, 270 is fair.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And we're only talking in the United States.
First week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just on the first week number.
Okay.
Yeah, U.S.
But Canada's the U.S. So you a legend in the U.S.
Gulf of America. Yeah, man.
When the last time you been back to Canada? Like 79.
No, not
Like,
exactly.
honestly, like how long do your legend in the six?
You know, that's crazy too, about Canada. If the United States adopts Canada as the, one of the states, would be kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story for another day. I will say this. I think that we have gotten to this point when it comes to Drake that we're worried more about his sales than actually the music. They spent at least most of this conversation talking about how much it's going to do. Not even what the album sounds like, how great it is. Maybe they did before this part of the clip. But I think we got to this point in music with Drake that we more worried about what he's going to sell versus how it sounds. And Kendrick is different. They're more worried about what he's saying, how it sounds, and how to decode stuff. That's how you know it's two different. They're two different artists. You know what I'm saying? I just think, me personally, even with the Super Bowl, I think the impact that Kendrick has made within the last year is something that Drake could never do in 15 years. That just goes to show you, Drake's been running rap. Well, people been saying he's been running rap for the last 15 years. He's never had any moments like what Kendrick had in the last year. And that's just me being honest.
I was just there in March shooting a movie.
If my TSA pre-check expire every 5 years, how often do you have to update your legend in the 6 card?
I think that it's set
Forever.
in stone.
You don't.
Talk about it. That's alley-oop. That's alley-oop. That's alley-oop right there. That shit is cemented. It's dead. Fuck they talking about.
On to the next.
Hold on, what happened now? Or do I even want to know?
No.
Okay,
Just
all right,
let me talk to
Y'all think he bit Freddie Gibbs' aesthetic?
I'm going to say this. Melissa Ford, probably one of the best looking women in the world. She's almost 50 years old, and she is amazing looking. Melissa Ford is maybe one of the best looking. She's the standard for what women used to look like or wanted to look like at one point. She was the standard. She's by far maybe one of the best black women I ever seen. She's gorgeous. And I ain't saying gorgeous to be I don't know. I'm just saying she's very beautiful. And she deserves everything that she got. And she's very intelligent too.
With the rabbits and all
I
that
saw
shit.
that. The rabbits, the dollar signs,
Yeah.
the font on the. No, I don't think he did.
Nah, bro. Bro. Don't do this, bro. Don't act as if he didn't borrow from Freddie Gibbs, bro. Nobody was using rabbits, bro. He took the rabbit thing. Come on, bro. Even the sexy songs for you, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do this. Don't sit here and act as if he didn't do it. It's coincidental that he using rabbits in the same font and using everything. It's not coincidental, bro. Come on, bro. Artists do take stuff. You know what I'm saying? Again, they might take it and don't realize it. Or might be subconsciously they do something. Subconscious and they don't realize that they did it. I don't know. But Freddie Gibbs been doing that, bro. And to be honest with you, I could see why Freddie Gibbs would feel that way.
You bet it.
He might have.
Man, we've been,
thinking about it.
He might have.
bro. We've been making
But if he did,
dollar
I mean-
sign S's since I was in elementary school. He was been doing that.
But the combination of dollar sign S's with the rabbit, I think
It wasn't just the rabbits though. They used a whole bunch of different. He put a whole bunch of pictures up.
You made it an odd line. I made it odd song.
He didn't bite Gibbs, man. It's funny though.
Oh, nigga. How you feel, man?
Yeah, how you feel?
I'm still processing. I'm just still processing.
It's okay. You can just say
Canadians stand together, right? Yeah.
You gonna spin?
Wait, what? You said what?
You gonna spin?
Spin the block. I mean, go back and.
I know what he means.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm giving him the fucking evil eye right now.
That's not all spin mean.
No.
What does spin mean? What, you gonna fucking twirl, nigga?
No.
That's what I'm saying. She gonna spin the block.
I'm not doing this with
That could mean two different.
All right, man. So you know what it is, man. I guess the clip. I want to see what Joe says. I guess they was about to get into it, but maybe in the next clip. Yeah, man. My review is coming up. I'm gonna drop that today. We're gonna talk about it. Got a lot to say. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man, for being here with me, even in the OT show. You know what it is. OT. All right, man. See y'all.